I want to welcome you to the first presidential debate. The audience here in the room has agreed to remain silent so that we can focus on what the candidates are saying.
I want us to invest in you. I want us to invest in your future.
I want us to invest in your future.
Finally, we tonight are on the stage together, Donald Trump and I.
Hillary and I agree on that tremendously.
I call it trumped up, trickle down.
Haven't done anything about it. Now, in all fairness to Secretary Clinton, yes, is that okay? Good. I want you to be very happy. It's very important to me.
Let me interrupt just a moment.
Secretary Clinton.
Back to the question, though.
Buy some and make some money. Well, it did collapse.
That's called business, by the way. 9
million people. Donald thinks that climate change is a hoax perpetrated by the Chinese. I think it's real.
I did not.
Science is real.
I do not say that.
And I think it's important that we...
Now, look, I'm a great believer in all forms of energy. Michigan. And now you're just starting to think of solutions.
Well, actually,
I will bring, excuse me.
What the fuck did you just fucking say about me, you little bitch?
I think my husband did a pretty good job in the 1990s. I think a lot about what worked and how we can make it work again.
Well, he approved
3 million
NAFTA.
new jobs,
He approved
a balanced
NAFTA,
budget,
which is the single worst trade deal ever approved in this country.
Incomes went up for everybody. Actually going to look at the facts. When I was in the Senate, I had a number of new jobs.
Well, you haven't done it in 30 years or 26 years.
Well,
any number you
I've
want
been
to
a senator,
You
Donald,
haven't done it.
And
you haven't
I
done
have
it.
been a
And
Secretary of State, and I have
Your
done
husband signed NAFTA, which was one of the worst things that ever happened to the manufacturing industry.
That is your opinion.
You go to New England, you go to Ohio, Pennsylvania, you go anywhere you want, Secretary Clinton, as bad as NAFTA. Nothing will ever top NAFTA.
That is just not accurate. Was against it once it was finally negotiated and the terms were laid out. I wrote about that in...
You called it the gold standard.
Well, I hope...
You called it the gold standard of trade deals. You said it's the finest deal you've ever seen.
No.
And then you heard what I said about it, and all of a sudden you were against it.
Well, Donald, I know you live in your own reality.
I am the one, the way your son don't need a gun to get respect up on the street.
A good deal, but when it was negotiated, which I concluded it wasn't. I wrote about that.
So is it President Obama's fault? Is it President Obama's fault?
Even announced. Look, there
Secretary,
are
is it President Obama's fault?
There are different views about what's good for our country, our economy, and our leadership in the world. Not in more tax cuts that would add $5 trillion to the debt.
But you have no plan.
Oh, I do.
No plan.
A book about it. It's called Stronger Together. You can pick it up tomorrow.
That's about all you...
Folks,
at the bookstore or at an airport near you.
We're going to move to...
And yours would lose us 3.5 million jobs and explode
You are going to approve one of the biggest tax cuts in history. You are going to approve one of the biggest tax increases in history. My tax cut is the biggest since Ronald Reagan. Tremendous. But I'm going to cut taxes big league, and you're going to raise taxes big league.
I kind of assumed that there would be a lot of these charges and claims. And so you turned it into a fact checker. So if you want to see in real time what the facts are, please go and take a look.
And take a look at mine also, and you'll see.
And I think it's time that the wealthy and corporations paid their fair share to support this country.
Well, you just opened the next segment.
Well, look, could I just finish?
Actually,
I think I should.
I'm going to give you a chance right here. With the
and you take a look at her website. She's going to raise taxes 1 point. Look at her website. You know what? It's no different than this. She's telling us how to fight ISIS. Just go to her website. She tells you how to fight ISIS on her website.
The next segment, we're continuing the subject of...
Well, at least I have a plan to fight ISIS.
I am the one, the way your son don't need a gun to get respect up on the street.
No, you're telling the enemy everything you want to do.
No, we're not.
See, you're telling the enemy everything you want to do. No wonder you've been fighting. No wonder you've been fighting ISIS your entire adult life.
Please, the fact checkers, get to work.
You are tremendous bureaucratic red tape.
I have a feeling that by the end of this evening, I'm going to be blamed for everything that's ever happened.
Why not?
Why not? Yeah, why not? Just join the debate by saying more crazy things. Now, Let me say,
there's nothing crazy about not letting our companies bring their money back into their country.
This is Secretary Clinton's 2 minutes, please.
Believe me, the Fed is being more political than Secretary Clinton.
Mr. Trump, we're talking about the burden that Americans have to pay, yet you have not released your tax returns.
I will release my tax returns against my lawyer's wishes when she releases her 33,000 emails that have been deleted.
To know that he's paid nothing in federal taxes, because
that makes me smart.
If he's paid zero, I made a mistake using a private email.
That's for sure.
And if I had to do it over again, I would.
Believe me.
Talking about America's direction, and let's start by talking about race.
Law and order. Charlotte, a city I love, a city where I have investments, our inner cities, African Americans, Hispanics, are living in hell because it's so dangerous.
Because it largely singled out Black and Hispanic young men.
No, you're wrong.
Black communities in our country, the
tremendous
crime has continued to drop, including murders. So there is.
You're wrong.
No, I'm not.
Murders are up. All right, you check.
New York, deal with this problem.
This conversation is about race, and so, Mr. Trump, I have to ask you.
But I'd like to just respond, if I might.
Please, 20 seconds.
I'd just like to respond.
Please respond, then I've got to follow up.
Look, 100 years.
Mr. Trump, let me.
Unbroken. And I will tell you.
Mr. Trump,
I think Donald just criticized me for preparing for this debate. And you know what else I prepared for? I prepared to be president.
I am the way your son don't need.
But just like she can't bring back jobs, she can't produce.
I'm sorry, I'm just going to follow up, and I will let you respond to that because there's a lot there. But we're talking about racial healing in this segment.
Well, just listen to what you heard. And clearly, as Donald just admitted, he knew he was going to stand on this debate stage and Lester Holt was going to be asking us questions. So he tried to put the whole racist birther lie to bed.
It is a huge problem. I have a son. He's 10 years old. He has computers. He is so good with these computers. It's unbelievable.